Hey everybody, we're here on this cold, rainy Sunday and took a hankering after some potato soup. So that's what I'm getting ready to make today. And I wanted to show you a few products that I use when I'm making potato soup. So I'm going to readjust the camera and just let you kind of see what's going on here on the counter. I've got my flexible cutting mat down and I'm getting ready to use one of the paring knives. You can get an individual one or you can get a set of 3, and these are a very good value. I used to have a paring knife that I got from my grandmother. I lived right across the road from her, and I saw her use this knife all the time. Peeled potatoes, apples, I mean, just used it for all kinds of stuff. And whenever she passed away, it came to me, I got it, and I lost it. Several years ago, I lost it, and I've not found a paring knife since then that did as good a job as that one. I don't know what it was about that knife that made it just do so good, but it was easy to handle. It was still sharp after years of use. But this one, the Pampered Chef paring knives, do just as good a job of that as that. So I'm glad that I finally found something. I have a whole drawer of paring knives that I won't use because they just don't do the job that I'm used to my grandmother's knife doing. So I'm really glad that I found this one. So I'm one of those people, old school. I use a paring knife to peel potatoes. I don't use a vegetable peeler. I'm sure I probably lose a lot of good potato that way, but that's just how I do it, and it seems to work better for me. So I'm using the flexible cutting knife, or the flexible cutting board, so I don't make a big mess all over the counter. Now when we get this done, I'm gonna come back and show you guys the next step in the process. All right, talk to you guys later. All right guys, we're back with potato soup. I forgot I need to get my vegetables on cooking. When I make potato soup, I like to add a little bit of mirepoix to it, and that is just a combination of onions, carrots, and celery. And I find that gives the potato soup just a little extra flavor and tastes really good. So I want to get that sauteing before I finish up the potatoes, because I like to kind of let that develop a little bit of flavor first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to adjust the camera again. I've got an onion that goes in there. And I'm going to use the manual food chopper to get everything chopped up. I just need to kind of get it in a little bit smaller slices. This is a big onion, so I'm probably only going to use half of it. I'm using the Santuco knife to cut up the onion here. Get it cut into smaller pieces and drop it down in there. All this waste out of the way. This Santuco knife is very sharp, which is what I like. And when you're cutting onions, that is one of the best tips, is to use a really, really sharp knife. And that'll cut down on how much you cry and how much it burns your eyes. I'm just getting my carrots and celery over here. I tell you what I do it the lazy way. I just get the vegetable dipping tray that already has the small carrots in it. And it's already got celery hearts cut up, so I kind of take a shortcut with that. Grab a few more here. I probably should have had these ready. Hopefully I'm not overloading the manual food chopper, but it does a good job, so I think it can handle it. All right, so we're going to put all that in there. The blade is, I've already got it in there. It's very sharp. Let me close the refrigerator. It was yelling at me. All right, so the lid, this little part right here, just fits down in the little slot. And let you know you've got it. All right, unlock it. And just hold it. Chop away. And you just keep chopping until everything is diced up as big or large as you like it to be. I'm gonna be back, guys, and we'll show you what the next step is. All right, we're back, guys. I've got a little bit of butter melted in the pan. This is the Rock Crock Everyday Pan. It is so versatile. It's the perfect size. I have a small family, so I don't need to make a big giant pot of potato soup. So this is the perfect size to make what we'll eat. I've got my vegetables chopped up here. It made an awful lot, so I'm not going to use all of it. Now, the rest of my family doesn't like the big chunks of vegetables, so they'd rather have it chopped fine. So I chopped it until it was fine and the size that they prefer. I'm going to add some in here. If you like your vegetables diced up a little bit bigger, just stop chopping whenever they get to the size that you like. So I'm going to spoon some in here. Alright, that looks like probably enough, and I'll save the other for something else. Alright, I'm going to reach over and grab a spatula. Give that a little stir in the butter, and I'm going to let that kind of saute and soften a little bit. I'll add a little salt in a minute. Alright, let's go back to working on the potatoes while this sautés. Alright guys, we've got the onions, carrots, and celery sauteing nicely in the pan. So while that's happening, we're going to go ahead and dice up the potatoes. Again, I'm using that same knife that I used. As you can see, potatoes, you know, sometimes are a little difficult to get through, but this knife just goes straight through it. And I'm not a master cutter, knife wielder, so we just kind of do whatever. We like our potatoes kind of chunked up pretty big in potato soup, so we're just going with it. And probably about the time I get the potatoes done, the other vegetables will be ready to come out. Alright, let's just do that over. I think I happen to have my classic mixing bowl here, our classic. Here we go. I'm just going to drop those in there. Classic measuring bowl, I guess. Why is it always when you're in the middle of doing a video or something, you cannot remember the name of anything? So that's what's happening with me here. Alright, let's get these chopped up good. Potato soup is one of my absolute favorite soups. I love chili, I love vegetable soup, but there's just something about potato soup that is just so comforting. Alright guys, we're continuing on here. It looks like the vegetables have softened up really nicely. Let me grab some salt. Make sure we get it flavored up really good. I should have done that earlier. Alright, here's another thing that I do, a little different probably from a lot of people whenever making potato soup. Instead of using water to cook the potatoes, I'll use chicken stock. And that, again, that just adds a whole nother layer of flavor. Oh, yum. Look at all that great flavor coming up off of there. Okay, let's add our potatoes and see if we need some more liquid. If you don't have chicken stock and you still want to add that flavor in, use water and then use a few bouillon cubes. So let's do just a little bit more. This is going to be the perfect pot of potato soup here. Alright, we're going to add the lid on. It comes with a glass lid. Now, the Everyday Pan is one of two pans that Pampered Chef offers that goes with the Rock Crock slow cooker base. So you can use it as a slow cooker. The Everyday Pan will go in the oven, under the broiler, the microwave, the dishwasher, the slow cooker. It is a very, very multifunctional. You just have to remember it'll even go on the grill, but the lid, you don't want to put the lid under the broiler or in the microwave, or excuse me, under the broiler or on the grill. Other than that, the lid goes with it. So we're just going to let the potatoes cook and continue on. We'll be back. Alright guys, we're back. I wanted to come and check on the potatoes, and I told myself, I'm like, oh, I need to take that lid off before they start boiling over. You know how potatoes are. But look at this. It is not boiling over at all. I want to add a few seasonings. I can't leave well enough alone. I like to pack the flavor. I don't like potato soup that's just bland and it has no flavor. So I've got some rosemary chopped up here. I just kind of stuck it in my wooden spoon so I could sprinkle it in there. I don't use very much, just enough. Because I do like, you know, the potato to shine through, but we got to flavor it up a little. So I added some rosemary and some thyme. As you can see, I don't measure when I cook. I just dump it in, taste it. If it tastes good, I stop. If it needs something, I'll add it. Put the lid back on, let that keep cooking. I use this little microwave gripper. It comes as a set of 2, and it is the perfect thing. It's made out of silicone, and you do not burn yourself at all. I use this on lids, taking things out of the microwave, taking something out of the oven if it's not real heavy. These work really good too. Alright, we'll be back when these potatoes get done. Alright guys, I think we're getting close to the potatoes being done. I'm going to use this cake tester here. Also has a little scoop if you want to scoop things out of like the mini muffin pan or the brownie pan. This is a very good tool to use. But I'm going to use the cake tester, see if these potatoes are done. It is not just for cake, people. Alright, oh, these look good and done. Alright, we're going to add a big old hunk of butter, because everything is better with butter. Get that mixed in. And then I'm going to add some heavy cream. Reach over here and grab it, and that'll start to thicken it up. And I'm just going to pour some in. The more the merrier. Stir that up a little. Alright, we're looking good. Alright, I'm going to turn this down, turn my temperature on my stove down to a little bit low, medium low maybe, and we're going to let that cook for a little while. That heavy cream will start to kind of help thicken up the soup, and if it needs a little more help, I can always just make a cornstarch paste, but we're just about ready to eat. See you guys later. Alright, are y'all ready to see the finished product here? Take the lid off. Alright, I got a little froggy and remembered I had some country ham pieces in the freezer, so I chopped those up and put it in there. I did put a little bit of cornstarch thickener in there, and potato soup is ready to eat. I've got cornbread frying in a pan right now, and we're going to chow down. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.